Big hands. Yeah, he's got big hands. You love little boy, ain't you? I'm just reflecting on my life and just can't believe I'm here. 21st of June, I've almost gone and passed away with a heart attack. The reduction of my body weight is the #1 priority, more than ever before, but even more than that is the reduction of cholesterol. The reduction of body weight to help with high blood pressure, and the reduction of cholesterol to reduce the blockages to my heart. It doesn't matter how fit you are as an athlete, if you're eating animal products or products which increases cholesterol in the body, you can die of heart attack. Like I said, even a 10-stone person and a 10.5-stone athlete who suffered heart attack. This is what we call head to head. Isaac and me. Head to head. Head to head. Head to head. I remember holding this baby Sean like this. When my son told me that he doesn't want to see me, he said, "Oh, I don't want nothing to do with you again. You know, see your grandchild." God delivered me this a friend of mine called Mandy. She's got a baby called Shawnee, and the baby Shawnee, I looked after him. And the baby was just like this, at this age. And he used to hold my face, and it saved my life really. So much depression after losing my son. I'd love to become Shawnee's godfather. This is the best moment in time. Just the simple things in life, such as with your son. The basic things in life are the best. Yeah, really. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give Daddy a kiss. Give Daddy a kiss. Face. Face. Big up face. You're looking for things, and you're looking to try and get something, aren't you? Just by the foods we eat, just the food we're eating kills us. But you can eat healthy. As you see in my channel, I've eaten so much healthy food. But like I said, what's really killed me is the problems I've had with my family, and the loss of a mum to cancer, let's start from the number one. The thing that's really affected my whole life is the beatings from my father when I was young, the women that my father raised us, the lack of love I didn't feel for my father, and just the primitive upbringing I had, which I call primitive. The next thing is the family, the stress with the family, relating with my brothers, the stress involved with dealing with them, and it's just a primitive way to get on as a family together. That's done me as well. Just the lack of understanding, the lack of trying to understand each other, the lack of love has done me. I'm a kind of person, I need love in my life, I need love and understanding in my life. That's the kind of man I am. I'm not a person who just like living a brutal, but I'm a loving person, a loving, caring person. I show in the family, did lots of things with them, trips, instigated the trips myself, to Lake District, Scotland, etc., up north. And so let's say the next thing, I would say the biggest thing in my life would cause stress, or the most killer thing that's caused stress in my life is a marriage. A marriage to my ex-wife, who was an ex-prostitute, and I met her heavy on drugs. She cheated on me once or twice, and she could never, not domesticated, the house was filthy, plates left on the table, even fungus growing on the plates. She couldn't look after the children properly. I had to pay my mum huge amounts of money, which I didn't mind paying because I knew the work my mum did for the children was very good, and she looked after my children. So that was very stressful. Dealing with the alcohol and the deal with the drugs initially was the worst, and the glue sniffing and the lighter gas inhalation. That strain on the body to carry all that and miss out all your youthful life. So I don't want my son to save your life. You go out cheating on your partner. I did it, and if I were you, I'd ask myself, Dad, why did you do it? And I'll sit down with you, and as a father, I'll describe to you in detail why I've done it. But instead, he chose a very childish attitude, and also he chose to hurt me. He chose to evilly hurt me when he's never himself gone through what I've been through with my ex-wife. And as young children, of course, we're not expected to understand, because it's our job as parents to raise those children safely, which we couldn't because of the circumstances I was under raising my children. Now look at my situation now. And with Isaac, I've got none of this nonsense. Most of the dangerous stuff I cleared up before he was born. Like I said, my partner, another one of my stresses I had is with my partner, meeting her. She was raped about 40 times from the age of 8 to 10 years old. And one of the worst rapists was her brother and guys around the area. And what happened, she was raised by parents who never cared for her, and she was neglected. She told me she can't remember her parents, she can't remember time with her parents when she was young. She was pushed from babysitter to babysitter and left playing on her own outside with no one to look after her while they worked. She had no one to tend for her. So her brother and her friends, they forced her and raped her in garages, in the car parks of Sainsbury's, of Asda's, in Kent. It was horrific. The stuff she told me would make you weep. One of the things, another thing that happened to her, her brother told her, is he told her, "Oh, guess what happened to you while you were sleeping?" He said, "Oh, I had sex with you." So the brother raped her while she was sleeping. My partner Laura is so damaged. I can't put it all on this YouTube, but she's very damaged mentally and she's very damaged physically. So it's been very hard work, but I've got quite a way. And so people from the outside don't know what I've gone through with my partner Laura. So I felt I was safe enough now to have children. And there's still a few minor problems, but the general thing is she's very good at running the house. What baby needs is a mum who can run the house, a mum who can care for him properly, and a mum who can get on with her partner properly and raise the children in a stable environment, because that's what's important, to raise the children in a stable environment. And what scares me is to have a baby like this, and then you grow up, and all of a sudden you start around with your missus, then you break up, because you all know, as well as I, all men out there and women, that when you break up with your partner, the relationship with your children is never the same, because you don't live in the household, they don't see you wake up. That loving, bonding family thing isn't there. The children suffer great hurt because of the breakup, and they suffer a lot of trauma. So it's quite a horrible thing to break up. So there's lots of things happened to her. Her grandfather, when she was 8 to 10 years old, he told her to lift her skirt and show her vagina, and he said, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine. And you can imagine my partner at this age of 10, already being traumatized by a rape, already frightened, okay? And in a world, imagine how traumatized a child is, and for the grandfather who meant to love your granddaughter, to ask her to lift her skirt, and I'll show you mine. And it happened, and she delicately lifted it up, and he flashed himself to her. Absolutely disgusting, and it's something we have to report to the police. But my partner is not mentally in a way to deal with that right now. She carry a baby, and I will not let her get involved with that until the baby's out and until she's ready. But when she's ready, she'll be going to the police, and we'll be going to the police. We've got it all written down, and we'll be going to the police with it. And it's horrible. Ronald Wood, paedophile. That's what you call paedophilia. So another thing I had with problems with great stress is racism within Laura's family. I've done everything with being respectful to them, the whole family, all the way, by helping Laura and understanding. And was driving home from Kent one day, and the father, he's got a phobia with night driving. He's scared of night driving. Never told anyone. And as we drive on the motorway, I noticed some dangerous driving. Which put myself, Laura, and the mum all in danger. And it was pitch black on the M20, raining, foggy, and he was about, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 10, 4, 6 yards, 6 meters. 6 meters, say 4 meters from a van in front. He was tailgating a van for 20 miles. And I said to him, you're driving too close to that car, I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable. So his wife shouted in the car, oh, Steve can drive better than you, just snapping, Steve can drive better than you. So in my mind, I never responded. I just said to myself, that's a weird reaction. That's a really weird reaction. So he carried on driving. I was very uncomfortable with the distance. And the father told me, Laura's father said, I drive Johnny Deere's at work, which is tractors. So in my mind I was saying, that's a bit weird reaction. What is Johnny Deere's at work got to do with a driving situation like this with danger? So anyway, I grit my teeth. I should have got out of the car on a hard shoulder and just got out of the car. But I stopped the drive. And as we got onto the area where there's lights, because where we was driving was dark, there's no lights in the motorway, so he was tailgating. I told Laura, you watch, when we come to an area where there's lights, he will overtake that car. So it happened. When we came to the area where we overcame the lights, he overtook. So we got back to London, they went back, and I said, I will never get in a car with him again, I'm really frightened me. The mother shut down the phone, black cunt, go back to your own country. I just froze, and me and Laura looked at each other and we were disbelief. Couldn't believe it. It hurt Laura, and we tried several times to make it work. Even after that, I stopped what she said and realised that family is family, tried to get on with it. Just like I have done with my dad, all the times I've felt not loved, gone back to my dad's house and my brothers put all their humiliating aggression. I've gone back to my family's house, my dad and my brothers have been abused by them. I've cut them off now. And the same thing with Laura's family, we've cut them off completely cut off. So this is it. Now we have my family here, much more less stress. Just got about 15% to deal with Laura to get over trauma. She's tried professional counselling, it hasn't worked with her. I've been a counsellor, I've helped her overcome it. All counselling with her failed, and I've been her counsellor and helping her. I've given up a lot for her. It's been very hard. I'm not like most men who's got a woman who can work properly and can contribute that way. Yeah, where was I? Like I said, Laura is 15% of the way there, and the counselling hasn't worked on her. I've been her counsellor, and she will get there. She's got all the qualities required to raise a family and to get on with me, and I've overcome the most difficult bits with her. She's a lovely woman, and we've got a baby girl on the way due in 3 months, And so a lot of my stresses have been my partner Laura as well, which has led to my heart attack over a long period. So, we have a lovely little one. In life you've got to sacrifice some things. I've got family again. Max and Leon Tyson, goodbye. No more stress. Your dad loved you, but I have to go my own way now. I wish you all the best. That's what I can do, is wish you all the best. People, eh? Hey, Isaac? So all my power and all my strength, I'm going to develop a good relationship with my son throughout all his life when he grows up. He's going to get all the love. There's no interference with bad relationships to come the way of my son and the daughter coming. Everything will be done right because there's a foundation to do it right. The steering wheel, the unbroken steering wheel. No alcohol, no drugs, no light gas sniffing, nothing. A mother who really loves the children. And that's the most important thing. But this heart attack I had was what a shocker, man. It really shocked me. Blockage of your arteries, partial blockage of my arteries, restricting blood flow to my heart, caused crippling, cramping pain, which I thought I was gone, literally gone. And the way to reduce the pain is by giving me blood thinners, aspirins, and some other drugs through intravenous drugs through my veins, as you can still see the mark on here. I had loads of drugs in there, blood thinners, everything. And I'm on tablets, anti-cholesterol tablets. But I don't want to stay on tablets. I want to come off the tablets and use food as a way of medicine and not medicine itself. Because once you start medicine, you're hooked. Medicines become a permanent thing. I do not want to be permanently on medicines. And I certainly don't want to be on high blood pressure tablets. I want to take my weight down and look normal, be normal. And this is going to be for the foods. The foods I'm eating, I'm going to select what I'm eating. Everything. Also the pressures around me. I told my partner I can't have any kind of pressure around me now. We've had a heart attack, I have to speak of her. Any sort of discrepancies in a personality, what's happened before in the past, I can't take on anymore because obviously I won't be here and he will have he'll be fatherless. And that's the worst thing for my son. The worst thing for me is for my son to grow up in this world without father. And very scary. Hey Isaac. You hear me on this channel and I've showed so much of my son. Every video you've seen my son, whereas before we used to have videos and other stuff, but I put my son on here a lot and explain my life, a lot about my family, because it's something I want to get off my back. And before I move on, I make serious videos. I'm going to make serious videos on the channel. You're all going to be hooked to my channel in the future. It's just I've had a lot to deal with. I've had a lot of health problems to deal with. And like you see now, it's almost led to my death. You know, but I'm very sound in the mind, I'm very sound in my head. That's the most important thing, is we want to be safe, to be around. People go for problems like I have and they become dangerous and not right in the head. I'm far from that. I'm safe, 100% a safe man to be around, and that's the most important thing. There's a lot of mental health issues out there where people are mentally damaged, and I've gone through mental trauma because of what's happened to me. Who wouldn't? But I'm not mentally damaged. Because when you're damaged, you start behaving in ways which is not normal and become dangerous to people and dangerous to society. You start using drugs, you start drinking heavy, this is where you become dangerous. Where's Fox? Need to ask him where the fox is. Where's Fox? Where's Fox? Where is Fox? With those big eyes. Where is Fox? Is it this way? Is Fox? Is Fox? Where is Fox? Where is Fox? Where is Fox? I don't know where the fox is. Where is Fox? Where is Fox? There's Fox. There's Fox. Look what he's doing. Look what Fox is doing! Where's Fox? He's got big eyes like yours. Yes, Fox! Yes, it's Fox! It's Fox! He loves his fox. It's Fox. Look at the eyes. Big like your eyes. Eh? Yeah, it's Fox. You love Fox? She's lovely, isn't she? It's a she, by the way, for the pink ears. So there we have it. In life, you find that people that hurt you have got things, they have problems themselves. My dad had problems in his background himself, so he hurt the family. My dad's drink and women. A lot of prostitutes, women, cheating, blues, dances, a lot of heavy drinking and smoking, my dad, behind my mum's back. He hurt the family by beatings, extraordinary beatings and tortures of myself. And mistreating my mum, my ex-wife, ex-prostitute, heavy on drugs, glue sniffing, light gas inhalation. I put myself in harm's way, I take on their problems. And people don't remember, they don't know what they've done, but they inflict damage on yourself. That's what happens when you get involved with people who are on that sort of stuff. You take on the damage. Anyone dealing with drugs and you try to help them, you suck all the punishment. And no one cares. No one cares about your explanation after or anything. The family break up. That I don't mind at all. But what I do mind is that they're adults now. They're children different. You're adults. You can see what's happened, and you know that your mum wasn't the full of the genuine article and the hurt she put me through. So they should, as adults, just look at things and get on with their life and try and make the family work positively as well as I wanted to make it work. To my admittance, which I'm going to admit, whilst the marriage broke up, I was in a horrible mental state. And after it broke up, and I went through periods when I was arguing with my children, when they were lashing out at me. I didn't know how to deal with it, so I was texting them, and they got horrible texts. I said, "Look, you get on with your old stuff," and they were just lashing at each other. It was a war. We were all emotionally in turmoil, the whole family. And now that's all over. I survived the heart attack, and I've got a lovely baby boy, Isaac. Done again. It doesn't matter. So my son Tyson, you see his hair? Your daddy can do it again. Your daddy survived a heart attack. He's still here. I'm still here for a reason. And do you know why I'm still here for a reason? God says I'm allowed to live because I'm a good person. I've done really good things in my life. I saved your mum's life. I saved her from death. She was on the light gas inhalation. A bad mouth for me all the time. I'm going to have to deal with it. It's caused me a lot of stress. So it's something I'm going to speak about. Just going to speak about it. It's the fox. There's the fox. And the problem with my son, they can't actually come. She's come around, I allowed her in my life, I travel with her, but she's got this grudge behind her back. She's this grudge. She's a horrible person. She sits there and she's got this horrible grudge behind her back. She can't, even when she picked up my son Isaac, she picked up son Isaac, and I could see the way she looked at him, like I said, what is this? And she couldn't adapt to it. I've adopted her, yet so she can't even pick up my son, her stepbrother, Isaac. What a selfish person. So I'm going to speak about it all the time. But like I said, none of this outside family ever will come within this family. Not now. With Isaac and my daughter, we're living a separate life, new family. Because you have poison. And when you try it with poison, you're going to get hurt each time. You're going to get hurt by them each time. So anyhow, let's forget talking about them and let's move on with our life. Isaac? Oh, you threw the fox! Oh, you threw the fox! But I think one of the most horrible people in my life, there's several horrible people in my life that I look at as devils. And they come with my dad, my father, like a devil, the way he hurt me. Laura's mum, a devil. Laura's grandfather, a devil for flashing at her and making her expose herself, that the devil. You what? The children I raised acting like devils. My ex-wife, a devil, a very devil with horns. And I really wish they would go to church and give themselves to God, all of them. All they need to do that, all of them. My father, Titus, all of them need to go and give themselves to God. And you will become better people. You try to take that, are you? That's glass, I can you go break that one. You have this one. That's plastic. know where the fox is, don't you? You threw the fox down. And I hope you're having a happy Sunday. I know I'm going on about my past a lot because it's just a way of me of get it off my system. And those who are watching are gonna have to take note. But I hope those of family are watching take note of it. And this is it, how it is. My new life. The fox! There's a fox! There's the fox! There's the fox! There's the fox! Get the fox! Fox wants to give you a kissy. Give Fox a kissy. I'll give Fox a kissy. Give Fox a kissy. Fox is saying hello, Fox. Fox. See, the fox has got big eyes. Oh, a message to Andrew Ward out there. Andrew Ward, look, and Rachel Bob, here's the big eyes, here's the real big eyes. The baby fox. You sit here. Oh, you're going to get them, don't you? You've got one, I'll give you this one then. Watch. Yeah. Partner's gone shopping, so I'm spending time with my son Isaac and just enjoying a cool, relaxing Sunday. Iron tablets, gentle iron. That's kelp tablets, seaweed.